Good morning and welcome to your Farm and Home Show. I'm Kristi Shive, and this morning we're visiting with Dr. Julie Marfell. She's an associate professor in the College of Nursing for the University of Kentucky. Good morning, Julie.
Good morning, Kristi. Good morning, everyone.
Julie, the holidays can be stressful, but today you are going to talk to us about maintaining our mental health wellness during the holidays. Julie, what are some of the causes of stress during the holiday season?
Well, there are many causes, but specifically, I think everyone is really excited and wound up, and it's good. But sometimes that can lead to things like overspending on gifts.
Mm.
Um, a big one, I think, is trying to keep everybody happy and make this the way it's always been. And no two Christmases really are ever the same, or any holiday that you celebrate around this time of the year. I mean, it's never the same. You may think it is, but it's not. So you don't need to try to go for perfection. That really, ramps up some of the tensions. And I don't know, sometimes when people gather in groups, you have a lot of different personalities, and again, people are really excited, so some of that can clash a little bit. And the big thing is I think we physically exhaust ourselves
Mhm.
running errands, taking care of our obligations, cooking, cleaning, preparing, all of those things. So it can be very exhausting, and exhaustion really can lead to you having a lot of the feelings of stress.
Julie, speaking of stress, what are some of the symptoms? Because we might think that we have it under control when really we are experiencing some real stress symptoms.
Well, not being able to concentrate very well is one. Having some type of an appetite disturbance, and that can mean either overeating or not eating. But if it's different than what you usually do, if you start having bad thoughts about, um, why you're here, or thinking about suicide, or thinking about death, those are the kinds of things that just really should start the bells ringing for you, to I need to talk to someone. It's not all that common, but it is not uncommon to have some of these feelings over the holidays, especially if you've recently lost someone. If you may not have the same family structure as you've had in the past. You may not be able to be with your family. So a lot of these things can cause that stress and can bring you down and have those feelings of, depression, and that's, again, sleep. You can either not sleep, or you're really tired and you're sleeping all the time. You don't want to do your normal routine. Those are the kinds of issues that you have to stop and think, wait a minute, something's wrong with me. And many times the people around you will start noticing that. And if someone starts to say that to you, you don't seem like yourself right now, listen, because more than likely they're right. And there are lots of things that you can do to minimize some of that stress. And that's number one, taking care of yourself, getting the sleep, getting the exercise, trying not to overschedule yourself, giving yourself a budget, looking at your calendar and make sure that everything that you know that you need to do is listed, to just, recognize that your needs are really important this time of year to be able to eliminate some of that stress. And overscheduling, overspending, overeating are things that you have to worry about that may cause those things, like not sleeping, sleeping all the time, not wanting to do things, not being able to concentrate on the things that you do, or sometimes being so anxious that you just really are beside yourself.
Mhm.
You see those things, then you need to seek out some help.
They're very real feelings that happen all the time, especially now during the holiday season. Julie, thank you so much for these reminders. And if someone is watching and they need any resources, Julie, do you have any resources that they can reach out to?
Yes, I would say number one is that any of your mental health services that you have, and then there is the suicide hotline.
Thank you, Julie. Thank you so much for joining us on the Farm and Home Show, and we hope you have a great holiday season.